everyone, so I just finished filming another video and I really want to get this done before it gets dark. Please excuse the state of my hair, it's disgusting, but yeah, it's starting to get cold and this little boy is trying to lick my face, which I do not want. Okay, good girl. Okay, so this is my halter and lead collection video. I have more halters than this, but they are mostly rope halters that are the wrong size and I need to untie and retie, which I'll get around to one day, but that day is not today. These, I washed all of these today and they're all still wet and drying, but yeah. So I'm gonna get started. Padfoot is sitting on all of them. This isn't in any order, it's just the order I grabbed them. And can you stop it? So first off, I have this halter. It is a purple Roma halter, and I got this last year sometime, and it is in cob size. So this is Monty's. Most of my halters I share between both the horses, but this one's in size cob and it's too small for Mason, but it fits Monty perfectly. I really like this. The rope is really nice, but the thing about the Roma ones is they're kind of expensive. But yeah, so this is the first rope halter I ever got. Most of these I bought last year or made, but I'll tell you. This is in size full, it's just black. I believe it's from Roma, but it's a different rope than the other one. I don't think Horseland sells this type of rope halter anymore. It's just a bit more of a stiff, not stiff, but not quite as soft rope. And this was a cheaper option. But I really like it, has held up perfectly. Super soft, like not flimsy, but you know, it moves a lot, so I like this. Then I have this rope halter. Oh, you just want to nudge in. Did you just see? Okay, this is this was originally a Roma rope halter in size full, but unfortunately the knot down here came undone, so I had to retie it. I did not use the Theodore knot on this rope halter just because I was lazy and I was trying out just using this, which did work. But the rope is really nice. It's the same kind of rope as the purple, but it's just in red and blue, which looks really nice, and it's very nice rope. But unfortunately, because the rope was very slippery when I bought it, the Theodore knot came undone, and you couldn't retie it without untying the entire thing. So that's that. And this is my last Roma rope halter, I think. And it is just white and blue. This one I usually use on Mason, just because when I'm using the Roma rope halters, I usually use the purple on Monty and the white on Mason, just because I bought them together. This actually washed up pretty clean. It was very dirty before I washed it, but yeah, I really like it, and the rope's super nice and very shiny when it's clean. So this is my first halter ever, and if I just do this up for you guys so that you can kind of get more of an idea, this was very dirty. But this is, I'm not sure of what actual halter it's called because Roma makes many, but this was my first halter and my mum bought it for my birthday to signify that I was going to be starting to look for a horse. It's in size full, it's like blue and navy, and it's like really thick. It's like 2 strands of webbing together, so it's super thick. The hardware's very strong, but it's still very wet at the moment, so sorry, the colour, it's usually a wee bit lighter, but yeah, I like that a lot, and it's super strong. I usually, if I am tying up the horses, not in a float, I always use a rope halter. If I'm just working with them on the ground and I know I'm not going to be tying them up, then I might use a webbing halter, and if I'm bathing them I always use a web halter because I don't care if it takes forever to dry because I usually use a rope halter, so that's just that. Okay, and then I have this, sorry these are all undone, I should have done them up before the video, just so that you could really see more what they look like. This is I believe the cheapest Roma halter that Horseland sells. I got this at Horseland. It's just Roma in size full. It's got the nice brass coloured hardware, which I think looks really nice. This one, I usually never tie up a horse in these because the horse will just break it if they spook, and they'll learn that if they pull back they get free, instead of learning if they get scared just stand still, don't panic and start pulling back. But on this one occasion I was just going to tie the boys up for 1 second. Monty was in a rope halter, Mason was in this, and Monty spooked, which spooked Mason. Monty stopped pulling because he was in a rope halter. Mason just did one pull and broke the halter. So the ring that was here completely broke, but I've just put a key ring there instead. So now he'll never be tied in this again, but at least I can just clip a clip onto it, a rope onto it, and just use it for bathing, or even in a float. This would be really good to use because it will break if they need to get free. Sorry this video is going a bit long, but you guys know me, I make long videos. Okay. Then I have this halter which came with Monty. It doesn't have a brand on it. The nose is not adjustable. It's just a navy colour, and it's got one of these fastenings, so you just put it through and put it through. I've just twisted that, but you get the idea. Came with Monty. It did break at one point, and you can see where I've put the red stitching. I had to just machine it back together. That was before I knew about the positives of using rope halters, which after this broke I got into rope halters. Okay, and then I have, now they're mostly just leads. I have one more halter and lead sets. This is, I think there's more halters than that, but they're hiding. This is my newest halter, and I use this most of the time when I just go out to catch the boys and I know that I'm not tying up. If I'm just going to quickly catch them, put their rugs on, but it's super windy and I know they might not stand still for me, I just put this on, and yeah, I use this in the paddock all the time. And the rope, I bought this from Goodwood's for $9 for the entire thing, I think. Which was, I was mainly getting it for the rope. It does have a clip on it at the moment, but whenever I use this tying up, I'm going to take the clip off and just use it like this, which I really like these ropes where you can just thread it through. And you can remove the clip from this, which I really like. And this is a rope, I really like these type of ropes so much. My favourite type. I only have two, but I'm going to get more, trust me. Okay, now most of these are rope. There's one more halter in here somewhere. Then I have this rope, lead rope. It had a clip. First time I used it, Monty pulled back, broke the clip, broke the rope. This is when I first got him, and yeah, now I just use the rope, usually around their neck when I'm just catching them without a halter. I usually keep this on my gate, but you can also tie it to any halter and just use it. It's just a really soft cotton lead, so that's why I really like putting it around their neck if I'm just catching them without a halter. Again, if I'm just doing their rugs and they're not going to stand still because it's a bit bad weather, but it was purple, now it's kind of just really faded. it was sort of that colour that is in there, you can see. I don't recommend getting, I think this is Roma, I don't recommend getting these ropes if you're going to be using the clip, because the clip will just break through the rope because the rope is just a very flimsy cotton. Okay, and then I have this lead rope, which is very wet. This was so dirty, I had to really scrub it to get it clean. So it's usually a lighter colour, but it's wet. But it's this baby blue, baby pink and black lead rope from Roma, which is very, very good. Mason, as I said, usually doesn't pull back, so I usually just clip this onto his rope halter, yeah, he usually never pulls back when he spooks. It's just if, you know, he gets really, really scared. But he's never broken it. Touch wood. Well, my foot's touching the wood. So I really like this, and yeah, I would recommend these. Okay, and then I have this lead rope also from Roma. This is the same kind of like braided rope. I took the clip off because it broke very soon after I bought Monty, but now I just use this on rope halters. I usually just loop it onto a rope halter and keep it on all the time. But it's a nice navy and burgundy, which I really like. I usually use this with the black because it looks really good. Then I have all the rest of the things I made. So I have this little short lead rope that I made. Just got the loop, you can loop it onto any halter. Oh my goodness! One of my cats is growling at something. Sorry about that, I don't know. Anyway, so this is really short, but it's just good for just leading them if you're just quickly catching them, but you know you're not like tying, or you know you just want to catch your horse. Then I have this lead rope. It's really quite long, so you can do a bit of lunge work in it. But yeah, it's really good for tying and just all around training with your horse. Then I have this really long white one. I think this is like about 3 meters. Again with the same loop, that you can lunge with or tie, whatever. I really like this. And then out of the same rope is this rope halter, which this is like my favourite rope halter, and it's one that I tied myself. And yeah, so it does have the feeder knot, unlike my other one, so I do know how to do this knot, just in case any of you are wondering. It's a bit wet at the moment, and a bit soapy. Soap. I'm going to have to hose this off again, because you don't want all that soap on the horse's face. But yeah, this is one of my favourite rope halters. The rope's really, really good and super strong. I love riding in this as well, and it fits the boys like perfectly, so there's that. The last two things I have to show you are very basic. They're both the exact same. They're just it's just long pieces of rope. They're both the same, and these I use as lead ropes, as like just lunge rope kind of things, but mainly I use these as reins when I'm riding a rope halter, because they're small enough that you can tie them and not have like all this bulk around the horse's chin, but they're not so small that it's gonna like really hurt your hand by just, you know, holding them while you're riding. So yeah, that's these. I usually keep like you know, one tied on a rope halter, like one on each of them tied on a rope halter at all times, and then that way I can just go out and catch the horse with a rope on it already, and I don't have to worry about finding a lead rope. And if I do decide to ride them that day, I can just tie on the other end and ready to go. So that's that. I hope this is good. I don't have as many halters as other people, but I have more than other people, so I'm happy with that. I have. Definitely fun to buy, definitely fun to make. Yeah. I love you all, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!